In this video, we're going to explore the volume and the surface area of the cylinder here. And we're going to start here with volume. Let's see, I'm not sure why this, let's see, well, it doesn't want to write here. This here is height. That's height. Okay, so starting with volume. The volume of a cylinder is the area of the base times the height. So with a cylinder, because the base is a circle, the area for a circle is, the formula is pi r squared, and then we multiply that times the height to give us the volume. So we can label this as height, and we're interested in this area here. So area times the height. So it gives us here that CB, the length of the segment CB is equal to 10. That is this piece right here, C to B, which is our radius. So if C is the center of the circle, then CB is a radius. So CB is equal to a radius, which is equal to 10. So that is part of our formula here. The other thing that we need, so that we would plug in here, so the volume is going to be equal to pi times 10 squared times our height, but we need to solve for height. Well, we can use this here. This creates a right triangle where this length is my hypotenuse. This would be my hypotenuse, and we see that AD is equal to 29. So my hypotenuse is equal to 29. Therefore, A to B, let's see, A to B squared plus B to D squared is going to be equal to A to D. So I could write that in, AB squared plus BD squared is going to be equal to AD squared, which is just my Pythagorean theorem. So let's go ahead and fill in what we know here. We can change this to, well, AB is just the diameter. AB here is just the diameter, so it is 2 times the length. The diameter is equal to 2 times the radius, so that is going to be equal to 20. So we can fill that in. AB is equal to 20, so 20 squared plus BD we see is the height. So this is going to be equal to the height squared, and AD they give us as 29. And then we'll go ahead and solve from here. So 20 squared is 400, 20 times 20, plus the height squared is equal to 29 squared, which is 841. Then we would just subtract 400 from both sides, canceling here, subtract 400 here, and we get this h squared is equal to 441. And the inverse operation of squaring h is to take the square root, so that cancels out my squaring. Because we're interested in a length, we're only interested in the positive, not the negative version of the square root of 441. So h is going to be equal to 21. So my height is equal to 21. This is an example of a Pythagorean triple. And I would plug that in to this last piece here. If the height is 20, starting to get a little bit messy here, we'll bring this down. So my volume is going to be equal to, we've already written, pi times 10, oops, I'm running off the page here, 10 squared is going to be 100, and then h, we are going to plug in 21 for h. So we get that the volume is equal to 100 pi times h, which is 21, and then when we multiply that out, we get volume is equal to 2100 pi would be my final answer there. And then we can just skip over here and fill in now for surface area. Well, we have the area of the base. We said that the radius was equal to 10. So now this is just quick plug and chug here. We have 2 times pi. We said the radius was 10 plus 2 times pi, the radius is 10 and the height is 21. And this is just the formula for surface area of a cylinder, where we have 2 times the area of the base, because we're interested in the surface that covers the bottom, the surface that covers the top, and then we take the perimeter, which with a circle is the circumference, take the perimeter all the way around and multiply that by the height in order to cover all of the rest of the cylinder. So here are the area of the 2 bases is going to be, well, 100. 10 squared is 100 times 2, so this would be 200 pi plus 2 times 10 is 20 times 21 is going to be 420 pi, and then we just combine our like terms here, so our surface area is going to be equal to 620 pi.